traders, you've not heard quite as much from me this week, so it's been a very quiet week as we headed into Thanksgiving. So just want to share with you what I'm seeing at the moment. So this is the Chinese market. So what I've chosen to do here is put a box at the top here. So we've got two boxes. We dropped off of here into February. Looks as if we're going to hold, and then we fell into here in June, and we've been down here ever since. So what could happen here is, in a box play, if either we come down to these lows, dip down, pick up and hold and get to the top of the box, or, which the more likely scenario is at the moment, if we drop through that box, this is the next level down. So if that box is 10.6 to 12.2, then this could, and we break 10.6, then we could come and see 9,000, the round number 9,000. If we then look at the Nikkei, Nikkei has been in this box since we came up here in September, October last year, and with one minor excursion out there in October this year, we have stayed in the box, and we're currently, we couldn't even test the daily 50, which is unusual. Normally I would expect that daily 50 to get tested. So we're under the daily 20. So same applies. If you stick a box on that one, copy it. You can of course do this with fibs. I'm just doing it slightly differently. So if that is true, the target for, so we come down here and don't hold, we could potentially come down to 16,000, close to 16,000. But if we come down here and hold, we could come and see the highs. I actually think this is quite bullish. I actually think this is a potential bull flag, oddly enough, with all this sell and noise out there. I actually think this is, yeah, so that's the mast, and this is potentially the flag. So if I'm right, we could come down here, maybe dip underneath, and then start to wing our way up again. And then get a three, and then if that then gives way, then we've got three-wave reversal, and then we can tick down. So that's one scenario. The other scenario is, of course, as I said, we come down here, maybe flap around a bit, can't hold, and then we start winging our way down. Let's stick to Northern Hemisphere markets. Let's now look at the DAX. So we've had, you can see I've already done a box play here. My first video recording failed and got corrupted for some reason, so that's why I did this in my first video. Okay, so I stand by what I said about this buy signal here on Wednesday, but that just not necessarily means that's a definite, as you know, in this market. If we come back down here, can't hold 11,000, then I think that box suggests we could come to 9,725. This 10,000 is just above the Trump November 16 bar that we launched from. In the meantime, you can see all the two moving averages of 20 and 50 bending down. We're crossed over here in October. Can't get above the daily 20. But let's see. If we pick up here and get offered out, in other words, the bears step in at say 10.4, 10.5, then that could be the signal for this to fail. Close above 10.4, 10.5, and of course we could see a bullish story. So forget all the news and noise about Christmas rallies, etc., etc. That's what I'm seeing. So I transferred all the daily fibs on these charts to the 4-hour, and just looking at patterns and behaviour on the daily, just to free the daily chart up. Okay, oil is interesting. I've marked up this low of 45. This trend line is not holding. This is symbolic of, forget all the fundamentals, this is symbolic of a market that is lacking confidence about the future right now. I've put on an RSI indicator here. You can see we are oversold, registering oversold, but the histograms on the MACD are holding up, but we're still not above the midline on the histograms, and there's no crossover, and this is obviously trending lower with no sign of any buying at the moment. In fact, we've dropped $1 this morning. FTSE, we haven't looked at, sorry, just flipping back to the FTSE a minute. I've not converted this one, so I will do that. So we've got all this support down here, all this resistance up here. Big weekend, important weeks ahead in the run up to Christmas. Let's see what we get. Hard to believe that we saw such a massive push to the upside over here in May this year. I think it was on the strength of a weak pound. Alright, so I would keep your powder dry. Let's see what the market does on the Monday. I'll be there talking about any gap plays that may or may not occur. We definitely had a nice gap play this week with that gap down and a push into the gap, so we'll talk about that on Monday. I'll talk about that early Monday. I won't hang around with that, obviously, so we can try and get a slice of that action. And let's see where that takes us. But you can see even something like silver, which I've been waiting for, took a couple of slices out of this. Just looking at the support and resistance alone on this. So at the moment we're coming down, that's fine, that suits me. I would happily see this dip under 13.9, and then if we can close back, I'm in. Otherwise I'll stay away. So just standing back and observing these charts, getting the next couple of days out of the way, and hopefully we can get more opportunity. DAX is still selling at the highs. Saw a push just above 200, currently looking lower as we speak. But be careful, and there should be a lot of opportunities in the next week and the coming weeks. Enjoy your weekend, have a fab time. I've got a lot booked in, so I'm looking forward to my weekend. I hope you are too, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.